Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Kickstart with Kayla. I'm your host, Kayla Farner, and I'm so excited that you're here with me this week. If you haven't connected with me already, be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Kickstart with Kayla. Or if you have any inquiries, feel free to email me at kickstartwithkayla@gmail.com. Guys, I'm so excited for this episode. I feel like I say this every week.
Yeah, but whatever.
But I have a guest that I've been wanting on for a long, long time. My good friend Maggie Bess. Hi, guys.
Hello.
This is a good episode because I feel like with guests they're usually on Zoom. Actually, they are always on Zoom. This is like
Really?
one of my very first in-person ones.
Oh wow! Yeah, we're sitting face to face having a conversation.
Guys are sitting on a couch together right now, like But this is also fun because we were talking about this earlier. Maggie used to be a co-host with me on the podcast
Yeah,
for our youth group.
we're running it back.
We're running it back, so I feel like I've had you, I've had Leah, I've had
Becca.
Becca. Is there anyone other hosts? Did I get them all?
I think those are all my name catching Pokemon.
Is that it?
I think that's it. Have you? No, Virgo doesn't count as a host.
No, but Virgo was the one that like ran it all.
Yeah.
He has been on here.
Oh, he has. Okay,
Yeah.
then I guess.
I guess I've gotten them. Okay, so Maggie, that officially completes it. All my former co-hosts have been on the podcast.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited that you're here.
Hey.
Maggie, for people that may not know who you are, I was wondering if you could share a little bit of your testimony or just like how you got to where you are today in your walk with Christ.
Well, I was telling Kayla earlier. I was like, I feel like I haven't really had like a groundbreaking, like I feel like everybody talks about, oh, I've always been in church and I grew up in church and all that. And then I got out of church, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like I haven't really had like a certain, like one moment. I've had a lot of encounters and like thinking back on them, I've always had like a really bad time with anxiety and like dwelling in that and not going to God for that. And I had this one point in my life where I was, like, having panic attack after panic attack after panic attack, and, like, I didn't know, like, what the cause of it was, and I think, like, I was trying to confide in just going and going and going and not, like, sitting down and, like, talking to God and, like, asking, like, "What like, I need your help with this,
Yeah.
like, take this feeling away from me," and, one of our mutual friends, her sister, showed me this song from I think it was, like one of the spontaneous ones from Elevation, like, where they record it right then,
Yes.
and the girl in the song talks about how, like, gratitude and anxiety can't exist in the brain at the same time. You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about? Have you heard that one?
Yes, yes.
It's like it's a gratitude and, like, worthy, like, mashup type thing. I know, and she talks about it in the song, and she talks about how, like, they can't coexist in the brain, like, I guess they use the same, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, they can't
Yeah.
coexist. Yeah.
And I think that's so cool, and I always thought about that, and so from that point on, after she told me that, I would, like, whenever I would start to feel worked up and, like, feel, like, my anxiety taking over, and just because my problem is I felt like I just needed to go, 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 go all the time, and when I just sat down and, like, listened to worship music and, like, just try to be in the presence of God, it went away. It's, like, so crazy, and I know, like, it literally is, like, neurologically proven,
Yes.
but I think it's so cool, and the other thing is every time I would go to turn on my worship playlist, I have Spotify, I use Spotify, and, like, you know how there's a shuffle button?
Mhm.
I would hit that, and it's not even like this song is at the top of the playlist, so, like, it just that automatically plays. Every single time I was in that moment, like, not just, like, sit in my car, turn on my worship playlist just for casual playing. Every time I was in that moment, Run to the Father would always come in, and if you think about, like, the oh my gosh, I'm cold so
Me too, me too.
if you think about, like, the meaning behind that song, like, "Run to the Father" again and again, like, "I've carried a burden, it's too long on my own," you know what I mean? It's so cool to think about that kind of stuff. And then another thing, like, I was talking about how I just felt like I always had to go do something, like, keep myself busy,
Yeah.
because I felt like when I was busy, like, there's no time to be anxious, you know? Like, if I'm physically doing something, then I don't have time to, like, sit here and worry and get in my thoughts and stuff. There was another point in time where I was just getting so anxious over and over again, and I was just trying to keep myself busy. I kid you not, like, I think I took pictures of it too, but that one Bible verse, I think it's Psalm 46. I don't know. It's 46 something, but it's the be still and know that I'm God.
Yes, yeah, 46:10.
10? Hey, I got that. But yeah, it's the be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations and I will be exalted in the earth. And I saw that there's like a church near my road. I mean, like on my road when I drove home, they had like one of those little placard signs outside they always put stuff on. Be still, know that I am God. I was digging in my book bag. Oh my gosh, I'm chilling. I was digging in my J Creek book bag from like sophomore year.
Guys, J Creek is a church camp we went to.
Yeah, that's a church camp. Um, but I was digging in my summer camp book bag from like sophomore year. I was like trying to clear it out because I was going somewhere or something. I pull out a crumpled bookmark. Be still and know that I am God.
Stop.
It was like the verse of the day that day. It was all in like 2 days, like a span of 48 hours. And like all of that was happening. I was like, dude, I know I need to slow down. Like, I need to be still. But yeah, I feel like that's really been, I've had like little, I mean, it's never been something like huge one moment type thing, which I'm very grateful that nothing traumatic has happened to me that I can say, but God has done so much in my life and like he shows up in the perfect moments where
It really does.
you just need to feel him.
I know. Yeah, I feel like for me, well, because you know how sometimes people like know the exact day that they accepted Christ or like stuff like that. Like I don't have that. I just remember there was a period, like a month, that I was like somewhere along those lines. I did accept Christ,
Right.
and there was one time like in sixth grade, yeah, where I technically did, but I didn't understand it. Yeah, so I don't really count that. But like my official time is like I don't have an exact day; it just kind of happened.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool. Like God, God just works in a unique way among all of us, and it's like in whatever that's the best like for our story. Which I think,
Right.
like, does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm the exact same way because like I got baptized in 7th grade, I think, but I mean, I understood what I was doing.
Yeah.
I wasn't like just doing it to do it, but like I understood it, but I didn't understand it on the deepest level that like I should have. So like I'm like, yeah, I accepted Christ then like publicly, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there was another moment in my life that I like genuinely understood. I was like, the Lord is my savior. Like I'm gonna live for him,
Right.
you know. Because I do remember like there was one period in my life, I think it was like my junior year of high school, where I was so on fire for God and like nothing in the world mattered to me except for how I was gonna live for him and through like he was gonna live, like I was gonna show his presence. You know what I mean? Like get through to other people. Like I had no care in the world except that, and I just best time of my life, guys.
No, it's truly the best. And I remember like our friend group, I feel like we just that's just how we lived in
Yeah.
a way. Like I was talking to one of our friends about this who was our well, she was also our old youth leader.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, it was kind of an adjustment when I got to college because throughout high school, it was, like, very normal for us to just live at the church
Yeah.
or, like, go do things that involve Jesus or, like, go serve, like, that was
Yes.
very much normal for us.
Right. I mean, our days on Sundays was like we would get up, be here 8 a.m., serve for the 9 o'clock, attend the 11 o'clock, go to lunch with all of our friends after, come back to the church.
Do homework, like,
Yeah.
yeah, yes, and then we would have youth group, so we'd already be there early. So we
Exactly.
had youth from 5 to 7, and then we'd stay after.
In the parking lot because they would literally have to get to the point where they would kick us out. They would kick us out, so then we would stay until like 9:30. All of us who didn't have our after nines, our parents would be like, "Where are you?" Which I mean, I guess it's better than being out partying.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but I'm so thankful that's the way that we grew up, like, it was so
Yeah.
fun. Um, was there any like, what do you think deepened your faith or your walk? Because you said, like, junior year, like, you were on fire for God. Was there anything specific that kind of impacted that or, like, made you want to go deeper?
Yes, actually. Well, so I throughout high school, I served a lot with
Mm.
the children's ministry, and that's actually what I want to pursue after college is like working with kids in the ministry industry. And I feel like what pushed me to like be better about my faith and stuff was my mom's always told me you can't fill a vessel with an empty like you can't pour into somebody if your cup is empty.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I felt it wasn't that my cup was empty, but I just felt like it wasn't full enough, and I was just trying to I don't know, I'm trying to pick out an analogy, right? Like, I felt like it was it was half full, and then I would empty it, and then I would have to fill it up again. Like, it wasn't consistently saying full, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You know? And I felt like, so how am I supposed to pour into these kids if I'm not the best me that I can be, you know? So I just felt that if I push myself to be better and deeper in my walk with Christ, then I can show these kids, like, I wanted them to look at me and be like, "Wow, I want to be that on fire for God," you know? Like, I want to I don't know, I just felt like that was my motivation in pushing myself further
Mm.
into my will.
Yeah, and I think too, I mean, especially when you're dealing with kids, like, they're picking up everything they see.
Right.
Like, they are sponges, and they absorb everything, and I think that's one thing that, because I was a middle school, small group leader, like, you have to keep in mind that these kids, like, these people that look up to you, they're watching everything you do,
Yes.
everything you say, and it's like, I don't know, I think that helped me too because I became a lot more mindful of my actions because it's like
Yes.
they're watching me. If they see something I'm doing, it like they're like, "Well, Kayla does it."
Right. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. It's like we they literally look up to us.
Mhm.
So and they're gonna wanna do everything that we do. I mean, that's just how kids are.
Right.
Like, you're like, "Oh, they're the old kids. We wanna be like them
Yes.
someday," but
Yeah, and so it's like, well, if for us, if we are turning to Jesus and trying to reflect our actions on him, if
yeah.
they see that, like I remember Virgo would always be like, you guys need to get hype.
Yeah.
Like during worship, like you guys need to sing, you guys need to jump and dance because these kids, like, they're gonna want to do that too if you guys are.
Right. That's what I told because I also was a middle school leader.
Yes,
You
yes.
remember? And I remember one of my students, she came up to me and she was like, "I just feel like the energy has gone down so much since the last group graduated." And I'm like, "You have to understand because they were I think it was about 7th grade, they were in 7th grade, but, like, the energy has gone down so much, and our youth group, they've switched it, so now it's high school and middle school during worship. So, they're kind of older kids, I guess, to the 6th graders and stuff, you know? But I was like, "You have to learn that, like, when these people as you move up, you have to start to become the people that you looked up to, and you're like, 'Since you guys left, well, you have to be us now, I guess.'" Like,
That's so
I know it's so sad, it makes me sad. I wanna go back, but it's like if you have to all these little kids are looking up to you, and you have to start the energy. Like,
yes.
you gotta make it fast paced and hype and
Right, sometimes you just have to do it yourself, like, you can't sit ar I mean, just in general with things, like, there's just some things where you can't just sit around and wait for it to happen,
right.
and it's kind of like with God too, it's like, God cannot I love this analogy I heard. Oh, what was it? It's like, basically, like, a teacher can't grade a test or an assignment that's not turned in,
Yeah,
and so it's like, if you do nothing about it, like, God cannot use it.
exactly. You have to give something to expect something in return.
Yes. Yes. Dude, I do miss worship so much, like, during
I know, cause now, like, in big church, you just have to stand there, and I wanna start jumping up.
oh my g who was I was talking Chaz, I was guys, if you guys remember Chaz, he was on here a couple weeks ago, but I was telling him, I was like, in Sunday mornings, like, my dad likes to sit on the end because sometimes he has to do prayer duty and stuff, but
Right.
also he's like, the man, like, says but anyway, and so you know what? I bet he's definitely gonna listen to this episode, but, but there's so many times where I'm like, "I wanna be on the end because I just wanna dance."
Jumping around, yes, me too.
Shoot, maybe I'll do that on Sunday.
Maybe we should do that.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, because this episode won't be out yet. You won't know.
So, yeah, you guys want subtle foreshadowing. Uh, and when people talk about, like I feel like a big thing that I've been seeing on social media recently, like on TikTok on my For You page and stuff, is like, "I don't understand how you guys hear God, and, like, he doesn't ever speak to me," and this kinda stuff, you know what I mean? And
Yes.
I feel like people don't understand, like I was saying earlier, those little things that I was seeing, you know, that kinda stuff, that's God speaking to you, like, it doesn't have to be
Yes.
physically like, "Hey, what's up, guy?" Like, you know? It's not like a actual I mean, it could be an actual voice, but, like, it doesn't always have to be that kind of stuff. But if you aren't praying and saying like, God, how do you want to use me? What am I supposed to do? You can't just expect him to be like, push you somewhere, you know?
Yes,
You have to ask
exactly.
for it.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be specific, and it's like God is not always gonna answer you in the way that you expect, um, but He will answer it inst
Right.
like, some have you ever, like, played game sounds weird, but, like, played games with God? Like, there was one been about this all before on here, but it's, like, fun. I saw a TikTok that was, like, one time I played the car game with God, like, God showed me a yellow car or something.
Yes. Yes.
I did that once, and then, I remember I was like, "Dang, like, this is fun, like, these cars." And then I was like, "Okay, what should I ask for next? Because I wanna do something that's not a car." And I felt God say, like, "A bunny," and I was like, "I am driving. What am I gonna do? Gonna find a bunny." So I was like, "Okay," and so then I was like, "Alright, God, show me a bunny," and then I realized I wasn't seeing any, and I'm like, alright, I guess I'm like, cause a part of me was like, "Oh, shoot, am I abusing, like, your power?" Like,
Right.
okay, I get it, but then a little bit later, I literally found, like, one of those, like, garden bunnies, like, like, the decorations, like, in the gra and I was
Oh.
like, "Oh, shoot."
So you were just like giving me a little bit of a teaser, like,
Yeah,
oh
like,
wait.
well, it's like, I think sometimes God works like that, where it's like, there's been so many times where something happens and I'm like, "Oh, wait, I did pray for that."
Yes. I'm so passionate about that topic. Like when people like I feel like you don't reflect, you pray about things all the time, but then you don't ever think about the prayers that have been answered.
Yes.
And don't you have something in your room?
I do, I have a prayer envelope.
Yes, I wanna do that so bad,
Yeah.
where, like, you put your answered prayers in there.
Yes.
I just need to, like I don't know how I'm supposed to remember, like, what I guess write it down, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure because it's at a point because it's in my room at home and not at school, and so
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of hard to update, but I saw someone even do, like, a whole poster board where they just wrote out so then it's very easy to display, but I think the envelope's kind of fun because you can't actually see what you wrote, and so then every so often you can open it and be like, "Oh, I did pray about this," and then it's really fun where it's like, "I can move this to the answer to
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that is it's you don't we don't express, like, our gratitude for our answered prayers enough,
Mm-mm.
and I just think it's so cool when you think back and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I literally prayed about this and it's happening right now." Like
Oh, oh. Or just I think in the past year, there's so many times where I'm like, I am living in an answered prayer. Like
Yeah.
I go to my dream school and this I talked about in the episode last week. Like I a year ago today would have never thought I would be doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And like it's just crazy how he works.
That's so
Like,
awesome.
when you give your life to him my knee just popped. When you give your life to him, like, the things he can do for you, it blows my mind.
That's insane. Such a girl dad.
He is such a girl dad, gosh. Oh, I've seen have you seen one of those TikToks? It's like one of those TikTok I saw a TikTok that was saying how in the Bible, like, with every circumstance when it comes to a man, he has to, like, go through hardships or, like, go through something to find Jesus or find God, but when it comes to the women, God always goes to them.
Oh my goodness, yes. I've never thought about that.
And they kinda are saying, like, it also kind of goes along with the lines of saying that, like, men are supposed to pursue and women are supposed to be pursued.
Yeah,
Like, isn't that crazy?
that's so crazy.
He is such a girl dad.
He is such a girl dad.
Like, that's another thing too, it's like, he the way he has crafted people is just so intricate, and all the little details that are taken into account, like,
Right.
crazy.
It's so amazing to me how perfectly everything fits together.
Yes.
It's so cool.
I
Isn't the Earth, like, the perfect distance away from the sun where it
Yes.
wouldn't be too hot or too cold?
Yeah.
That's so
Like,
cool.
it's just so great, like, he really did think of everything.
He thought of everything and designed it perfectly for us. Wow.
I know, and then I forget the exact information, but if you haven't looked up the parallels between like a human spine. And then in Jesus, like there's a lot with that, like just number wise.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. Like I forget the exact ones, but there's like a bunch of parallels. Like or honestly, if you just look up the parallels between God and our like anatomy in general, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
It's insane. There's so many little Easter eggs. I'm like,
They're our like he really thought of everything.
yeah.
Dude, it's so crazy. And then it makes me think like I just don't understand why people say he's not real.
I know.
Because there's so much.
There's so many encounters and like
Mhm.
you see through so many people and also there's so many people that like just exemplify like
Yeah,
him so much. Like I'm like, you are literally a walking ray of sunshine and
I
it's
know.
always somebody that has Jesus in their heart. Like I'm like,
I think about you.
oh, okay, that's so sweet. That's literally the best compliment.
You know what, Maggie? I found a sticky note in my car that you gave me, and it was something about like your ray of sunshine.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, no, people that are just sunshine and you can just always tell, like, Jesus is living in your heart. Like,
Yes. Yes, and there's like the Jesus glow is real.
yes, oh my gosh, it's so real. It's insane.
It's so real, and I love seeing like it's so cool to see it in somebody where it's like there's been a shift in their spiritual life.
Mhm.
Like it's just so evident.
And you can so and also whenever people put God first, you can see how much more successful their life is and how things turn out in their favor.
Yes.
Like it's so cool.
It's I know, it's crazy, and I realize every time I try to take control of it, it never ends up as good as
Right.
and I saw this thing that was like, you can do that all you want. God's plan is still going to happen, but you're just prolonging it. Like
Right.
it's now just going to take even more time for it to
Exactly.
happen. So it's like, why are you doing that?
Right. That's something I have a really hard time with. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I have to do this." And I'm like, "Maggie, sit down.
Mhm.
There's like a better plan, a bigger plan for you
Yeah.
in your life, and you just need to sit back and let him control
Yeah.
and be still." Be
Yeah.
still.
How has your, if you don't mind me asking, like your anxiety been since you've kind of had all that happen? Like,
Much better. I mean, like it's still I mean, it's gonna happen regardless. Like, yeah, it's I'm not a perfect person, you know? I mean, it's been much better now that I've like realized like I just need to like another thing that somebody told me one time was address it. Like address like, hey, I know that this like you're here. Like the anxiety, like I know that you're here. Like I know that you're trying to like play games with me. Like I know you're trying to do this, but like God is protecting me. I have his shield over top of me and like at the
yeah.
end of the day, you're not gonna have any type of hold on me, you know?
Yes.
Um, now that I, like, know to fall onto God instead of sitting there and trying to do everything
Mhm.
myself and try and keep myself busy to keep my mind off of being anxious and instead just sitting in his presence and being still, it's gotten so much better. Like,
Oh, yay.
it's still gonna happen,
Yeah.
like, the devil's still gonna try and attack, but I know how to address it better, I feel like.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's so good. One thing that is I honestly think it's kind of fun. Not fun, but it's like makes me feel like yes, like God's power is so much more powerful than the enemy is like rebuking.
Yes. I rebuke you
I
in
just
Jesus' name.
like sometimes if I feel even some sort of stir of like, oh, I feel like a bad like there's some bad spirit, I would literally just straight up be like, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke. There's a song that I just maybe I'm leaked, but I just discovered it. Ray?
Mm-mm.
She's she sings of it. There's a song called Joy, and it's by Ray and her sisters, but she starts the song with I declare and I decree any chain that has been holding me, any evil tongue that whispers in these ears, I said, I rebuke you. You must leave my life. You are not welcome here.
Period.
And I like will try to play that song in the morning because I'm like, yes, this is how I should start my morning. With
Exactly.
any sort of evil that is trying to attack me today, like enemy in any way you're trying to come for me, like I rebuke.
I rebuke you. You are not welcome.
You are not welcome. What's
Get
that?
out.
Oh my gosh. What is that one song? We sing it all the time. It's oh. where it's like, "You ain't welcome here."
Don't tread on me?
No. Um, I thank God. I thank God. What's that one part?
No.
Um, it's like, "Nah, you ain't welcome here. So long to my old friend."
Wait, I know what you're talking about. I need to hear it. Hang on.
But anyway,
That'd be
it's like
crazy.
any sort of thing of that, like, I love.
Yes.
And I've talked about I forget what episode, but there's an episode where I talk about it, where it's like we have the Holy Spirit living inside of us. I mean, in order for the enemy to do anything, he has to ask for permission. And he there's an example of this in the book of Job where he literally has to ask God, like, can I go for Job? And so in order for him to do anything, like, he has to ask for permission. And so it's like there's only two people that can give him permission. It's God and us. Because we have the Holy Spirit living inside of us. We are
Right.
children of God.
Yeah.
Therefore, he has to obey us. And it's so like sometimes what I've been doing is it's like, enemy, I give you no permission to do this.
Right.
Whatever. And it always ends up better.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like, it's fun. It's
I
fun.
love it.
I sound like this is like a game, but it just truly, I think your faith. Ah, yes.
So long, my own friends, burden bitter.
You just can't keep them moving. No, you ain't welcome here.
Now till I walk the street to go.
Good song.
Oh, I love that part too. That part of the song, the "From now till I walk through the streets of gold, I'll sing of how you saved my soul." Like I never even processed what like I'm gonna tell everybody about you until I go to heaven. Like you need to hear about it.
I know, and that's literally like our purpose as Christians.
Yeah.
Like that is what Jesus has called us to do. I mean, like the Great Commission.
Right.
In Matthew 28, like that's literally what we're supposed to be doing is going out and making disciples.
Yes. I know, and that's another thing I've really been like it was low key like my New Year's resolution, I guess, is becoming more uncomfortable. Like the thought of being more uncomfortable, I love that because like that's what the devil tries to do is be like, "Oh, you're so comfortable right here. Why would you want to move? Like, why would you want to like? You need to get uncomfortable, and you need to go tell people about God, and you need to go. I have cold chills right now. You need to go tell people about God, and like stop just sitting on your butt and like sitting in your like pity, and just you need to get up and stop doing what you're doing and get uncomfortable."
Yes. Have you seen the TED Talk 100 Days of Rejection?
Uh-uh.
There's a guy that did an experiment where his goal was to get rejected 100 times, like get told no 100 times. And he like created like these crazy things where it's like any normal person would be like, no way in heck I'm asking anybody, like, can I do this? And he ended up like having so many different opportunities because he was like, I'm sure they're gonna say no.
Yeah.
And like then they do it. Like one of them, and then he was like, sometimes you're just asking the wrong person.
Right.
There's this one thing he did where one of the things was he wanted to go plant a plant in somebody's backyard. And went up to a stranger's door and was like, "Hi, I have this plant. Can I plant it in your backyard?" And the guy was like, "No, like my dog will eat it, but the lady across the street loves plants. You should go ask her."
And it just opens doors to
Yes,
more
and he went and
opportunities.
did that, and she said yes.
That's insane. So it's not like if you don't try, you'll never know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't ask, then how are you supposed to know?
Yes, and I've really been thinking about because that's something I struggle with too, is I like being comfortable.
Me too. I mean, we all do.
We all do.
But like it'll turn out in your favor if you make yourself uncomfortable,
Mhm. Like one word that I don't know, I do have you heard of the one word? Like you pick a word
Oh yeah,
for
for the year.
yeah, like usually towards the second half of the year, which it is May, so it's not the second half of the year, but like I'll start to think about what's my next word gonna be. But one word that has been sticking to me a lot, maybe I'll just have it for the rest of the year is yes.
Oh yeah.
Like literally just yes.
Stop saying no to stuff because you don't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And
Start saying yes.
exactly.
As long as it's not bad.
You can still say no, but it's
Still say no. But yeah, but stuff where like I saw a quote somewhere that was like the things that you are the most scared of are often the things that you need to do the most.
right.
And so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I had a sad problem with that too. Like that ties into the anxiety and stuff. Like I would get so anxious about stuff, work myself up to the point where I wouldn't want to do anything. Like I would be like, That's my problem is I just make up it's kinda funny. I make up literally the worst case scenario in my head, and it's like, I say it out loud. I'm like, "Why would you even think that?" Like, he'll be like, say we're going to eat at, like, McDonald's or something. Okay, but, like, what if they accidentally put something in the food that like, it's literally the most out of world things that nobody would think of, and then I let that get control of me, and I'm like, "Stop thinking that kinda stuff and just do it." Like, what?
Yes.
But,
Like,
I guess it's good that I err on the side of caution, but it gets to a point where
yeah,
I
exactly, and it's like there's some things where God actually is nudging you to do that. It's
Right,
like He wants you to be uncomfortable, that's how you're gonna grow.
exactly.
So, but I think we're good to wrap up. We've hit 30.
Hey.
Ugh.
Oh my gosh, actually?
Um,
Dang.
but thanks well, cut, cut. Maggie, thank you so much for being with me
Of
today.
course, I love
So
doing this.
I know this has been so fun getting to reconnect as podcast. So yeah, yeah. Well, guys, I hope this helped kickstart your week, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Oh